everyone, be ready, this isn't just a messy scenario. With heels and lashes, it's a veritable crime scene on social media. Consider that. Claressa Shields, the undisputed champion of the ring and apparently of love narrative twists, is looking gorgeous at her birthday celebration. Everything changes after a brief period of gloomy lighting, drunken guests, and an opulent setting. Papoose gets on his knees. The crowd lets out a gasp. Yes, Claressa answers, and the champagne pops. When Remy Ma steps up and grabs the ring as if it were stolen, you think you've witnessed the end of a fairy tale. The ring was indeed stolen. In front of 100 shocked guests, flashing cameras, and a birthday cake worth more than your car. Remy Ma approaches Claressa with the engagement ring and says the words that will turn off the internet for the next 48 hours. That ring was mine first. The entire event is now a crime scene. Social media is having trouble keeping up with everything, and the visitors are divided. So what actually occurred? Who sent the invitation to Remy? And why have velvet ring boxes become a source of anxiety for everyone? Fasten your seatbelts because Gossip Spill Vibe is going to analyze the most ridiculous birthday proposal scandal in hip-hop today. Now let's set the scene. The lights are down, the champagne is pouring, and the air in that Beverly Hills home is thick with eyelashes, nervousness, and the scent of $900 candles. Claressa Shields is at the center of it all. Her birthday was a huge night for her. Even after conquering the world, my energy makes me seem better than any of your previous partners, displayed in full. But the suggestion was surprising, because, in front of all of her friends, media cameras, influencers, rappers, and one very confused event planner, Papoose stood up, dug inside his jacket, pulled out a box, and went to one knee. That is accurate. The Papoose of Remy Ma, Black loves himself. Mr. the man who wrote poems about fidelity, who waited while his wife did time, and who said in an interview that he never humiliated Remy on or off camera. However, that was all in vain because the subsequent events did more than merely cause internet disruption. It dispelled all of our preconceived ideas about this diamond-encrusted trio. When Papoose proposed, Claressa gasped, covered her mouth with her hands, and her eyes welled with tears of happiness. The 1th room started to clap. Some people screamed. Someone's phone played Bianchi's Love on Top. After a delay, the answer was given. She did say that, in fact, proudly and loudly, without apology. Claressa Shields granted Papoose' request as though she were ready to battle for a new crown. But it's for Mrs. Mackey. However, there was only one problem. The lace front wear and bronze braid present a significant challenge. Remy had just stepped out into space. Since we didn't start this triangle last night, let's take a moment to review some history. The dispute between Remy, Papoose, and Claressa has been simmering for a few months. Since then, the tutoring sessions that allegedly turned into private dinners have received a lot of online publicity. Unreleased video footage shows a hotel lobby that was not intended for public viewing. Papoose and Claressa first tried to remain composed and work together. Everything is done in a professional manner, etc. But the body language, the same sneakers, and the sudden appearance of Claressa wearing Reigns' signature gold hoops at a red carpet event. The streets were not stupid after all. Things went horribly wrong when Papoose and Remy apparently broke up in private. All of Remy's recent press appearances have been marred by unfollows, deleted posts, and the mysterious disappearance of her wedding band. No headlines, no comments. In addition, Claressa's birthday is today. Ambition, ego, and designer gowns combine to create the perfect storm. And Papoose decides that the big day is tonight. People were using their phones and cheering. Claressa held out her hand for the ring as if she had won the heavyweight title of love. Then, right before her finger was even touched by the diamond, Rain needs to step up. Not secure. Nothing. Just energy. Very small-minded. I have energy and time today. She walked through the crowd in heels, like Moses splitting the Red Sea. He held Claressa's hand, looked her in the face, and said, "You're not putting that ring on." There was a gasp so loud it literally echoed, followed by the sound of a champagne glass dropping. Claressa tried to pull her hand away. Papoose appeared to be frozen in place, as though he had just realized that he had proposed to someone while his wife was still there. Then something took place. As though recovering it, Remy Ma reached for the ring box and grabbed it from Papoose's fingers before making the most savage statement of the evening. "That ring is on me. The same box, the same stone. He merely recycled it." Quiet down. In fact, before you ask, the hashtag #recycledringgate is currently trending because of screenshots of Remy wearing what appears to be the exact same ring in a flashback Instagram post from 3 years ago. Papoose claims that the identical cut, band, and customized accent were inspired by Remy's favorite flower. Remy stood there, holding the ring like evidence in a criminal trial. Claressa, she looked as if she had been hit by a folding chair. "A Papoose?" he said quietly. "She came. And she brought with her. I didn't think you'd come." The audience went from party mode to press conference stillness in a matter of seconds, according to one guest, and Papoose's hand was shaking so much that you could hear the ring rattling. Glory, the main character, had just been floating. But now Claressa had to defend her entire relationship in front of the woman she was accused of replacing. To be honest, Remy not only ruined the celebration, but she also ruined the timeline because, by the time the ring was taken, the room had turned into a scene from a Zeus Network drama, and hashtags were already flying. Worse, other partygoers claimed that Remy wasn't even on the guest list. She must have been let in by someone. There are also rumors that someone who felt terrible about how things ended and thought Remy deserved closure. Conclusion: she was present for the entire climax. Security was apprehensive. Although no one wanted to be the one to take Remy Ma's scene, an awkward shuffle of terrified interns and assistants finally tried to defuse the situation, but it was too late. It had happened. The fantasy was broken when someone took the ring. Remy spun around and left the party as if she owned it, ring in hand. One more word. What followed? Complete chaos. Phones started to ring. One of the guests asked, "Did Rama just rob her own ring back?" People were already debating in the comments section of Twitter on who was in the was unanticipated, but one thing was clear. Remy snapped, according to one side, while Claressa had it coming, according to the other. Claressa was motionless. Her birthday was ruined, and there was no ring left. Papoose stood there staring at the empty box in his hands as if he had just asked a ghost to marry him. The real scandal began with what happened after the ring snatching because everything was being recorded behind the scenes, and someone was going to rock the internet even more than the proposal itself with a voicemail from Remy's phone and some leaked direct messages. They had already begun before she hurried out, but in the next 20 minutes, what went viral on social media? An all-out media frenzy. Leaked video, audio recordings, guest comments, and a schedule so jumbled you'd think Kris Jenner produced it all are on the table. First, let's talk about what we know for sure, because the videos are real. From multiple angles, it's clear that Claressa said yes as Papoose got down on one knee. In a terrifying magic trick, Remy walks up, and the ring vanishes from view. However, the video didn't stop there. A partygoer selling waist trainers on Instagram posted a now viral video that shows what happened immediately after Remy left. "She's just mad because she didn't get the ending she wanted," Claressa murmurs as her smile fades like candle wax. Within 2 hours of the ring heist going viral, an unidentified account released a 28-second voice message allegedly from Remy Ma's private group chat. "I knew she tried to manufacture a fairy tale, so I brought receipts," he hears a Remy-like voice say in the recording. "There's no female snatching my ring when I'm still legally tied to the man." Boom. You're right. If this is a real recording, Remy just let's do the math. Claressa just accepted a man who is still legally someone else's. A marriage license is still in effect. A divorce is not present. Who did you think verified it? The New York clerk's office allegedly leaked the information, and because Papoose never finished his divorce paperwork, the official legal office claims that his proposal was not only sloppy but illegal. Now, let's talk about the ring. Comparative images are becoming popular, and the band's sapphire detail, cut, and setting are all the same. People are hauling Papooses through the muck, and it's been dubbed #their struggle on the internet. One tweet, which has received over 250,000 likes, reads, "My man couldn't even get a new ring." The rebroadcast version was given to Claressa. Another Remy Ma is wearing rings she already possesses as she leaves gatherings. "I can't get a text back in the interim." To make matters worse, a hazy screenshot of a private massage exchange between Claressa and her close friend that was purportedly sent 2 hours before the start of the party was released. He's finally going to do it. The jeweler has already been advised not to disclose the receipt. Remy is enamored. Let her observe. "I'm obsessed," Claressa writes in the messages. Fans are now wondering if the entire proposal was staged to make fun of Remy because just one comment triggered a whole new round of backlash. Claressa, did you make a statement knowing that Papoose was still married? What is that statement, if it exists? Because it gives a tangled villain's genesis narrative, baby. Remy's team has been curiously quiet, though not completely dormant, with rumors that she is already in negotiations to do a special sit-down interview, possibly with a talk show host who has a knack for making broken women into viral salvation queens. Papoose remains quiet, with no tweets or interviews, just one Instagram story with a black screen and the captions, "Nobody wins when the family feeds," and "Sir, what family?" Claressa, however, is defending herself in the comments section. Fans descended on her site, seeking explanations after she shared a birthday photo dump sans the proposed video. "A married man offered you a ring. Notch grabbed the ring and the internet and said, 'You're not his wife, girl. You missed the plot. Please load off.'" Even Claressa's PR team is unable to spin it at this time. One insider claims that Papoose is being held accountable for failing to properly handle his background, and she is disappointed that the proposal didn't work out. Her group is reportedly considering creating a video statement for the public. But let's face it, the court of public opinion has already made its ruling. Things start to become heated at this point. One of Papoose's alleged friends claimed that the proposal wasn't even scheduled for that night. To seal the deal and send a message to the critics, Claressa reportedly forced him to do it during her party. Consequently, they were implying that Claressa may have staged the whole thing for show, in addition to saying yes to a married man and flaunting a ring that may have been recycled. This is more than a poorly managed proposal. In real time, the brand is disintegrating. Meanwhile, gossip blogs are flourishing. The headlines are nasty. Remy steals the internet and takes the ring. Claressa left, fingerless and frustrated. The ex-wife halted the proposal while holding receipts. Is love on vacation? Or is it dead? Papoose's proposal is devoid of documentation. Remy's reaction is more terrible than a divorce court. This isn't quite overt though, because a major network has apparently already begun filming a mini-documentary that will chronicle the entire love triangle. The working title is Ring War, Between the Bronx and Beverly Hills. It has been reported that executive producer credit has been given to Remy. If you thought the birthday celebration was the end, you should think otherwise. Discussions about lawsuits, defamation, and potential criminal charges are taking place in the background in case the ring turns out to be legally challenged property. And there's more to come. It's just getting bright. Right now, the internet is in ruins. Following a frame-by-frame analysis of Remy Ma's departure, Claressa's public relations team is working extra hard to maintain her brand. Compared to the hectic night itself, the aftermath has been far more terrible. Because, despite the fact that the timeline was on fire and the memes were funny, everyone involved is suffering terribly from the consequences. The legal maze is the most obvious, so let's start there. According to several accounts, Remy Ma's lawyers have legally asked who owns the ring. Why? In addition to claiming that it was recycled, she is arguing that it was never legally moved out of her custody. Translation: Remy claimed to have that ring. Claressa had no right to wear it, and Papoose had no right to give it away. Yes, a potential lawsuit involving a diamond is on the table. The legal term is thievery by conversion, a lawsuit regarding a ring that only remained on Claressa's finger for 5 whole minutes before being seized like a cursed item from a Lifetime film. Claressa hasn't personally responded to the well-written reply that her team sent to a gossip blog. Miss Shields was ignorant of the ring's earlier attachment. She acted in good faith, according to what her boyfriend had informed her. In other words, don't blame me. The person who bought it is doubly at fault. Papoose is yet to make a statement. Nothing has been shared by him. He hasn't tweeted anything. Since the ring snatching, he hasn't even been spotted in public. Insiders claim that he is attempting to repair the harm he caused while hiding in Atlanta. Good luck with that. We won't be waiting around for the brands. Claressa has officially lost 2 sponsorship possibilities since the event. Within 48 hours of the ring scandal going public, a luxury watch company and a health supplement company both pulled out. One of the emails that was stolen stated, "We are halting all campaigns involving Miss Shields while we conduct additional due diligence on her. Don't misunderstand." Remy is not an exception either. Claressa's attorneys have given her a cease and desist letter asking her to stop making false claims regarding the birthday party and the proposal, according to people close to her team. Furthermore, it is said that Remy wrote, "Try me," and mailed it back without signing it. That's legendary conduct. Dangerous, perhaps, but unquestionably. Papoose's family has now joined the discussion. For over 40 minutes, a fake Instagram account claiming to be Papoose's cousin went live, explaining how the whole family warned him and how Remy continues to wear it went viral and was clumsy and unfair. The relative claims that he proposed a Netflix relationship with a repeat ring in one of the live videos, which has already been remixed into several TikTok sounds. But for Papoose's brand, here is when things go from messy to disastrous. Podcast hosts are publicly mocking him. A major event apparently removed him from its roster. And one site referred to him as the first guy in history to pop the question with a ring that his wife still lawfully owned. TikTok is devouring him, Instagram is a minefield, and Twitter is brutal. However, a recent leak has emerged that shows a purported voice message between Papoose and an unidentified male friend, in which he claims, "I would prefer it to fall that way. I wanted the proposal on my birthday," she said. "The ring wasn't even chosen by me. I apologize. The ring wasn't even picked by him. So where the devil is it?" A leaked contract draft shows that a major streaming platform is creating a docuseries, while Remy is playing chess while everyone else is playing a no in the dark. She recently revealed a new single called Not Your Size, which will be released next week. And fans are already speculating. She got the ring, but not the place. You played the game, I set the pace. That's shade. That's direct. That's very on brand. Claressa is trying to move on, continuing to post filtered gym videos and motivational captions, but the comments are still piling in with questions like, "Did she give the ring back? Sis and Papoose, this isn't your time." He is reportedly undergoing therapy at the moment. Really, no? After publicly making blunders with everything from his marriage to his reputation to his choice of ring, he is apparently attending sessions twice a week in an effort to repair himself in secret. Where do we stand now? Claressa's suggestion it was a 3-act tragedy with beautiful dresses and phony forgiveness, not just a birthday. Perhaps the most crucial lesson was that, even after the lights go down, the guests leave, and the music stops playing, the internet will always remember who the ring really belonged to. Papoose's loyalty king crown was taken. Remy's reputation as a pity legend was solidified in frosting, gold, and money for all eternity.